Like, I totally understand we shouldn't be judging people and shit, but let me tell you something. If you're not judging anybody and you minding your own business and somebody comes in and disrupts what you got going on, and then you turn around and be like, hey, but what about this? It's like, learn to leave the fuck alone. I think my biggest thing was, me just doing my own thing and really just, going my own way and focusing on me. And my focus has been a threat. It spiritually has been like opposition. And it's like, I don't, like, what the fuck? Like, I think my biggest thing is more so with everything that's been going on, fight for your focus. Because there's a lot of things that will try to distract you from what you're supposed to be doing, from what is supposed to be going on. Okay, fuck it. Fight for your focus, because there's been a lot of things that don't mean anything, that literally don't mean anything, that have been trying to like distract me away from the bigger picture, or what I'm doing. And a lot of it was due to like strange and weird opposition. The reason why I'm talking through this and making a voice journal or voice diary is, one, because I know somebody is going to be going through the same things, and they're gonna really need like some sort of voice of reason, or they're going to really need something to hone in on to be like, okay, this is kind of what it is that I'm going through. But also, it's cathartic for me. It's just like writing. It's very cathartic. And if I want to speak, I can speak. But what's been going on with me is it's been a real agenda to get me off of focus and get me off of my square when it comes to what I need to do in life and what my purpose is. And a lot of, from the outside, you can observe and be like, oh, you're not focusing, you don't have this together, you don't have that together. And it's like, that's not true. That's just simply not true. There was sophisticated things that were happening that was kind of like, okay, I'm going to get your attention, I'm going to get your focus over here. And a lot of the times, those sophisticated things come in the form of people, and it's not really even the people, it's just the entity that's moving behind them. And oh my gosh, I'm seeing 666 on my dashboard, which is amazing, because that's balance. I think my entire fight has been like, I'm really trying to focus on my own thing. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and so when you really are focused on you, focused on your purpose, and you keep going the course no matter what, and you don't have a lot of distractions, a lot of things going on, you become dangerous. You become an enemy to whatever is trying to cause opposition in your life, because your focus is going to allow you to get to your pinpoint. Your why is going to allow you to get to your end goal. But unfortunately for some, and I think it's more than what we lead to, when you are not focused on when you're focused on what you're doing or what you're trying to do, or trying to hear from God, or trying to, find yourself on your spiritual journey, when you're focused and you figure out, okay, this is kind of the track that I'm on, this is kind of the wave that I want to be on for my life, anything that is assigned to be opposition towards you is going to freak out, because your intention goes where your energy flows, So that was my whole thing. My whole thing was like, well, what is this? Well, what is that? Well, what's all this going on? Well, what's all that going on? What's happening here? And a lot of the times it was illusion, but it was also people playing the role, as if it was something of significance of being in your life. People playing the role of, hey, this, that, and the third, and painting a picture that you want to see. But the reality is, you got to paint your own picture. And that's kind of what I was in the middle of doing. And it's like everything got kicked over and burnt up. And it's like, okay, either we're going to cry and complain about it, or we're going to cry, complain, and make something else out of the ashes, you know? Because I think a lot of the times people go, nobody wants to hear about your trauma, nobody wants to hear about this, nobody wants to hear about you being sad, nobody cares. But that doesn't mean that you don't care. That don't mean that you don't have emotions. That doesn't mean that it didn't affect you. And I think it's really dangerous as a society when we just rake over how we feel ourselves. You have to be able to mourn what was lost or what passed on, but at the same time, you have to be able to create from what was lost. And that's basically what I've been doing, what I've been operating in. I'm creating while I'm mourning. I'm creating while I'm thinking. I'm creating while I'm rejuvenating. I'm creating while I'm going through all of these changes, spiritually, emotionally. Why are you like this? Now, why are you in it? I'm sorry, I'm a dog mom, and I got my dog in the car, and I'm trying to figure out, yes, I'm talking about you, because I'm trying to figure out what it is that you're doing. Now, why are you in it? Why are you up here in the front seat like you driving? Now, does that make any sense? That makes a little sense. Move your paw. All right, stay right there. Stay right there. You got to watch things for me. But he all up in the mix. No, get your head out of there. I don't have nothing for you to drink. He had chicken nuggets. But it's like, yeah, I'm just finna whistle while I work. You gonna be sad, you gonna be crying, but still keep working, still keep thinking, still keep doing your vision board, dreaming about what you want to do. Like, you gotta do it. And I've just been I don't know. I've been so frustrated because every time I go to do things in a certain way or in a certain manner, I felt like everything was being copied and pasted. And it was like, you know what? Let it be copied and pasted, because nobody can do it like how you can do it. At the end of the day and at the beginning of the sentence, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. Nobody can do it like you do it, because eventually the chickens are going to come home to roost, and that's in the worst way possible. And it's like, that's not something that you even need to be concerned about. That's just something that's matter of fact. If I speak it, it is so. So why should I even worried or be anything like that? Honestly, the art of not giving a fuck is literally, that's the picture that we paint. The art of not giving a fuck. I don't give a fuck anymore. Because it's like, you have to look at, not only do you have to get back to the essence of who you are, but you also have to grow from the experiences that you've had. And you got to make a choice. Are you going to be a harder person? Are you going to be a more difficult person to deal with? Are you going to have a closed heart? Are you going to be, just somebody who, hey, for the rest of my life, I'm going to be a bitch? Or are you going to be somebody who's going to say, you know what? I'm going to be a situational bitch. A situational bitch is somebody who in different situations, at different times, and when it is necessary, I pull out my bitch card. But other than that, if you cool with me, I'm cool with you. There are some times where you got to discern not to match energy. And then there's other times where you have to address things. And that's why it's very important for me and you too, to stay in tune with your meditations, your prayers, your affirmations. And also, you have to use sources or beings, whether you tap into God or whether you believe in a polytheistic nature, which is more than one God belief. Whatever it is that you believe in, you got to stay connected, because if you don't stay connected, something gonna attach and stay connected to you out here. You got to look at the world like a bunch of free radicals. Like, it's a bunch of things out here that's just looking to get connected to your energy. And those things can honestly affect and change, like, what you got going on, who you are as a whole person. You know, it can affect and change your vernacular, how you speak, how you talk, how you walk. You don't want to be sitting up here, you know, imitating or mimicking the livelihood of somebody else, and it's not even organic to you. You don't want to be doing that. That's not something that you want to partake in. You want to be in your own energy. You got to understand that there's not only a fight for your focus, but there's a fight for your energy. There's a fight for what you look at as important in life. If you're constantly, they say this and it's true, comparison is the thief of joy. Because if you're constantly comparing yourself to something, but you don't find the joy and the beauty in who you are right now, you need to find something that you're beautiful at. That's beautiful on you. I'm telling you. And you need to find something that you're beautiful at, because you need to be able to big up yourselves. At this point in my life, I can guarantee you, I go online every day and I see negative affirmations of people who directly, you know, project it at me and call me ugly. They say all kinds of things. They talk about how I look. They called me Shrek. They've said all kinds of things. But I can wake up in the morning and I can look at myself in the mirror. They've called me a potato, a pig, everything. I can look at myself in the mirror and I can say, you know what? I love my hair. You know what? I love my eyes. I think I have the perfect set of lips. I really do love my nose. Like, I really do love the way my cheekbones set in my face. I do wish I had dimples, though. I ain't gonna even hold you. I think dimples is a different type of flex. I love dimples. I think they're so fucking cute. But you have to fight for that, you know? I have people who don't even know me, ain't even met me, don't even know me, and they sit up there and they say like some really, you know, tough things that are about my looks. But you know what? You gotta be tougher and you gotta laugh it off. And sometimes you're not able to do that by yourself. So I think on the next upload, I'm gonna give you some pointers, some tips, some hints on how to really how to authentically love yourself. I'm learning how to do that because I do love myself. I don't actually play into everything that everybody has to say when it comes to my looks, because it's like, if you wasn't attracted to me or looking at me, then you wouldn't have been even saying anything. So that works. Thanks for the energy grab. But when it comes down to it, your mind and your soul have to be in sync, and it's really hard for it to be in sync when it's a lot of things that are kind of, you know, being thrown or going on with you. It's really hard. So, you know, with that being said, I'm gonna help you because God, my angels, my ancestors, my spirit guides, my dog even is helping me, and most importantly, I'm helping me because I love me. And everybody goes through things, goes through changes, makes mistakes, and that's okay. But we need to differentiate. Sometimes there's things that you can control, there's things that you can't control, but either way, never let them control you. Bye for now. Like, I totally understand we shouldn't be judging people and shit, but let me tell you something. If you're not judging anybody